I love it when young people come up with great ideas, and that's exactly what Chris from the Arena has done. And he's joined this morning by a very beautiful young lady who is a go-getter, and she's looking for a mentor as well. Nyambura, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
Excellent. Hi, Chris.
Fine, thank you.
Are you well?
Okay,
Yeah, we just saw you there. Great video. Thank you for that. Right, so mentorship is a big thing, and more young people are looking for guidance, are looking for mentorship. Tell me a little bit about the Arena and how you align people to their mentors.
Thank you. So the Arena is a platform for young people to come together, to share ideas, to network, and to be able to realize their potential early in life.
Okay.
So that is what the Arena came about. So we have been doing other events in the past, but the main aim of the Arena is just to have that platform for young people to come together to realize their potential early in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nyambura, this morning you're here as a representative of all young people.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit, as a young person who is studying, who's looking to get into her career, how is life, and is it hard to navigate, and why is it very specific for you to have a mentor through this journey?
Life is great,
Okay.
and in terms of career advancement, I think it's going well. And one of the things we're told to do is find a mentor. It's going to help you get ahead in your career. But then we're not really told how or given the platform as to where you do it. And so I'm sure you have many people coming to you after you made a talk and asking you, hi, could you be my mentor? And you're just like, well, that's kind of because you're a stranger and there's no relationship really.
Right.
So one of the things I'm really excited about the Arena and the opportunity they're giving us is to find a platform where we are connecting directly with mentors and people who are more established in their careers. Okay. And so I think it's important that people have a mentor. It's been proven that when you have a mentor, you're more likely to be paid more, to get more promotions, and to progress faster in your career.
Absolutely, it has been proven.
Yeah.
And so, talking, of course, about aligning people with the right mentors, there's so many people who want, you know, when you watch a show like Lion's Den here on NTV, or when you see the Bob Collymores, the Gina Deans, all these big names, there's so many people who want to meet them. But these people have not made it there by, you know, having free time and being able to do this all the time. Their schedules are demanding. What can you say about why it's important to find somebody who really can give you the time, who can align you to what your vision and your goals are?
Okay, I think for mentorship, the main basic thing is not just to follow a career path for a successful person, but to understand why they did what they did to get there. So a mentor is a person who guides you, who understands your strengths and your weaknesses, so that you can be able to do even better than them. And then you find that most of the successful people, they still don't have time to connect with these people. But then you realize also, if you talk to them, they also need to mentor other people. So what if now we create a platform whereby we bring now those people together and the mentees in one platform? Because as she has said, in life, you have to have like a direction, like a map, a point where you're going. So with mentorship, you can be able to learn, you can make mistakes and also learn from them as fast as possible.
Nyambura, maybe perhaps you can tell us in terms of the need, specifics, in terms of mentorship, what are most of the things that young people are looking for when it comes to guidance? And then you can tell us about yourself specifically.
Okay. So I also think we need to draw the line between role models and mentors.
Okay.
Because role models are the people we look at and we're like, wow, I want to be like them, but we don't really have, like Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
That's a role model. A mentor is someone who agrees to be in your life in terms of career and will give you expertise, skills, their professional contacts that will help you to go further in your career. So that's why it's important, because this is someone who is rooting for you and cheering you on, so they're present in your life. For me, I'm a student at the University of Nairobi, studying medicine, but I'm interested in, I'm a writer, I have a blog, and so media is close to my heart in
Okay.
that sense. So I aspire to be relevant, and
Right.
so I look up to people who are making changes in their areas of profession, and yeah.
Okay, I like that. And I feel in this day and age, it's almost necessary to align yourself with a lot more than just your degree. You need to have great communication skills, you need to have great social skills, be able to network easily, have an idea of PR and also about your brand. So all those things you can't just learn in your medical degree. You have to start aligning yourself. So when you do get into that profession, you're catapulting immediately rather than sort of stagnating. Talking, of course, about some of the events that Arena has had, tell us about that, and specifically what has been the impact for some of these mentorship events.
Okay, in the past we have had various events. One of them was early this year in July. We had a Pitch It event.
Yeah.
So Pitch It was exciting because it was a platform where young people with unconventional ideas, they came and then you pitch to a group of audience, and then the audience, they vote for the best idea. And then the one with the best votes wins the money raised from the event.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, our focus on that event was to make sure not just business ideas, but even social enterprise ideas, which may not fit in a normal business model, are able to put up the ideas. Even if they don't win the money from the event, they are able to at least know how to do a good pitch, how to interact, to network and such.
Okay.
Also in the past, you have done My Money Story. My Money Story was basically about bringing established people in various industries to share about how they are able to do their businesses.
Okay.
And then also we had the Arena 100, whereby we invited people to brainstorm ideas about what they think as young people we are missing.
Okay.
And then that is where the issue of mentorship came in. So young people were saying that they would wish to have a platform whereby they engage all these guys, and then in a one-on-one platform. That is how Much Mentor was born.
Okay, we're going to talk about this great event that's taking place. It's like nothing you've seen. We've seen it in speed dating, but never like this. And we're going to do it, right, Nyambura? We're going to get right into it. I want to talk about, I'm a mentor, and it took me a really long time to do it because I wanted to dedicate time. And even now, I find that sometimes I don't have enough time to do it. But one of the things that I've found during this journey for me is a lot of people are looking for a job. A lot of people are looking for money. A lot of people just want a foot in the door. So they believe that mentorship is perhaps the way to go. And sometimes it doesn't work because then I can't get you a job. I can't give you money. I can only tell you what I have done and perhaps help you navigate a lot easier. What can you say about that misconception? Because people see you and they think, oh, let me ask her to mentor me. Maybe she'll get me a job.
Yeah, I think mentorship is like the mentee is the most important part of that relationship because so we'll start by I'll meet you and I'll ask you well thought out questions and then give you updates on, and then go do my homework. You'll advise me to do this 1, 2, 3, and then go do my homework and give you updates on how that's going, and and that's how we'll build the connection. So it's not about the mentor, that like their role is to guide, is to advise, but the buck stops with the mentee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. What can you say to the same thing, Chris?
Yeah, also in terms of money, I don't think for that relationship to have, you must have a chemistry and a connection.
Yeah.
And mentorship is not just one thing you do. It's something you do for a long time. So I would say that a mentor, his role or her role in the relationship is to make sure that they guide this person in the long term, to make decisions, to be the best that they can be. It's not just about giving you a job or giving you money to do what you want to do. It's about a long-term relationship so to build something.
Okay. Another thing I've learned, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that the role of the mentor also is, you know, you're not a parent, you're not a teacher, you're not the boss. It's very crucial that you're a little bit lenient because this person is going through a learning curve. What can you say about mentors, Nyambura, in your own situation, sort of being able to just take it easy and let you sort of stumble, fall, make mistakes? Why is that part of the process really crucial?
I also think that, in addition to that, that we should, when we're choosing mentors, it should be someone whose personality you could get along with. So you're having a friendly relationship, and so you're not the boss, and it's an easy relationship that's fluid and flows and allows you to make mistakes, as you said.
Right.
Because that's important for growth.
It is.
So they're not like micromanaging your life, but they're letting you to be free, but still guiding you.
Okay. This event coming up, tell us a little bit about the detail of it, and then we'll talk about journalism specifically.
So March Mentor is happening on 26th on this weekend on Saturday. The concept is we have invited various mentors in the journalism and media industry, and also mentees who come to the event. So the concept is like speed dating, but now for mentoring.
Okay.
So we'll have mentors in different tables, and then mentees, they engage with one mentor for a period of like 10 minutes. It's a conversation.
10 minutes is good.
10 minutes to do a
Yeah, that's better than
conversation.
speed dating. I think speed dating, you get like 3 minutes, and that's it. 10 minutes is sufficient time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So within that period, you just ask your questions which you want guidance on. You can also ask like off-the-head questions or how they have been doing their careers, and then after 10 minutes you have a timer, then you move to the next. So the concept is to have like within a short period of time, you have interacted with as many people as possible,
Okay.
which would not have been possible if you go out there alone as a person.
Absolutely. You can't just wait outside Nation Center for Victoria Rubadiri to come down and hang out. That's called stalking. It's illegal, isn't it? Yeah. So you can meet her at this event, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
She'll
going to
be
be
there,
there. Love her. All right, guys, we have a call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, Brian. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Fantastic. You have a question or comment?
Okay. I sort of make a comment.
Okay.
Yes. I wanted to know. I like the initiative a lot.
It's great, isn't it?
Yes, very great.
Okay, so what's your question?
And I wanted to know when if they'll be doing mentorship for business or entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So that's my area.
Oh, fantastic. Business and entrepreneurship, a big area.
Yeah, so we have decided to go based on the industry. So we have started with media and journalism. We'll go to business next, we'll go to engineering, we'll go to every
Wow,
industry.
that's fantastic.
So we think that if we go per industry, it's more beneficial for the mentees.
All right, there you go, Brian. But all you have to do is just log on to our social media platforms to find out some more information on that, okay? And this event is taking place on Saturday.
Yeah.
On Saturday, where is the venue?
Brew Bistro restaurant.
Okay, so Westlands, right in the center, okay? It's on Woodvale Grove,
Yeah.
which is basically Electric Avenue, if you don't know. All right, it's there. You can't miss it. If you just ask there, they'll be able to direct you to Brew Bistro. Journalism is a big thing for many young people, even if you are doing a medical degree or anything like that. Why is it so attractive in this day and age for a lot of young people to get into journalism? Is it just the I want to be on TV vibe, or what do you think it is? What's the attraction?
I also think we're interested in the fame, and I think there's lots of glitz that comes with journalism. It's I mean, you guys look like you're having fun doing what you're doing.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that, and please correct me if I'm wrong, my other dear journalists, I feel like there is a misconception to that, because the amount of work that a lot of people don't see behind the scenes that goes into putting up a show like this, I think a lot of young people just don't know that it does take skill, it takes experience, it takes years of working under a team and that kind of thing. Why is it important for young people, Chris, to realize that even if it's not journalism, whatever career that you want to get into, what you're seeing is not what it really is. Once you get in there, it's a bit crazy for every career. And there's a lot of discipline, hard work, and a lot of grudge work that you have to do before you even get to that position.
Yeah, exactly, because we realize that media and journalism is a very broad industry. It's not just the broadcasters, that's the final product.
Right.
So when we're putting up this event, we realize that we need to put up like producers, editors, writers, all the spectrum of people working in the media. Because becoming a broadcaster is the final aspect of the journalism thing. So people need to realize that there is much more to do behind the scenes for you to get there.
Okay.
And for people to have that, to stop that misconception, that's why we have this event, so that people can be able to learn that there's much, much more to do in the media industry than just being maybe a broadcaster.
In front of the screen,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's, and that's, I say that on the show all the time, is that it takes an army of people who put this together, you know? You guys know they're standing right here, they're everywhere, you know what I mean? And there are different aspects of it. What for you, Nyambura, are you mostly interested in when it comes to journalism?
I think writing and photography.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have some questions for me, do
Yes,
you?
I
Okay,
do.
Chris, we're going to leave you here for a second. Maybe you'll guide us from a distance. But I'm supposed to mentor her, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, this is what I was telling you about, y'all. I don't know if I can do this, but I hope I pass, Nyambura.
No.
I hope I don't mess you up. So we're going to do an example of what this speed mentorship looks like. So this is basically it, isn't it? And she gets, what, 10 minutes? We're going to shorten it a little bit, just for the sake of time, all right? So you're just going to take questions from here and ask me?
Yeah, these are guidelines to
All right, I hope nothing too personal.
what the conversation should be.
All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm the mentor, journalist, and she is the mentee. Here we go.
Exactly. So how do I improve my visibility in the industry?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I think in 2016 and the 21st century, the world is global and everybody's online. So I think it's important that you create a digital footprint. So what does your LinkedIn look like? What does your Twitter look like? If I was to Google you, which a lot of people do now, what will I find? You know, will I just find your Facebook with selfies or your Instagram? For me, I feel that it is important that you align your goals to your visible self. And so when I'm looking for Nyambura who wants to get into communication and writing and also in the medical field, the first thing when I look for you, I should be able to see that before even meeting you.
So I need to be cautious about what I post online.
Yes, you have to be very cautious about what you post. You have to be very cautious about, I guess, content that may actually down the line work against you.
Yeah.
Sometimes we share a lot of content that just because we're in the moment, it's a euphoria of it. But if down the line that can cost you a job, an opportunity, why do it? So I would say your digital footprint is the first place that you should start. Okay, second question. This is harder than I thought. Okay.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
Okay, this is a long one.
Okay.
What do you think is currently missing in your industry that you think the media personnel should be focusing on? Or what do you think is the next major focus for the industry?
Right. I think the next major focus for the industry is still digital. I think the world is moving in that direction.
Yeah.
We're now able to watch a lot and in real time. News, entertainment, lifestyle. So I think the media industry, and not just in Kenya, globally, needs to align to the people, to the audience, because we're getting it faster. Before the news even breaks, we already know.
Yeah.
You know, the whole world knew that Trump won the election before they actually made the huge announcement. So for me, I would say that we need to create room for young people to come in to show us basically a lot easier ways to navigate in terms of giving great content faster, reliable and great information.
Yeah.
I feel that also there needs to be room for innovation, upcoming. There's so many people who are doing great things, but sometimes there's just not enough room. But what I can say to that is it's about discipline, it's about aligning yourself with exactly what it is that you want to do. If I'm looking to have you on as a guest, I'm going to research you. And so the question then becomes, what will I find? What kind of music video, if you're an artist, will I find? What kind of content will I find if you're looking for promotion? And so the media in itself, of course, is, as the fourth estate, has a lot to do. So I think for Kenyans out there who want space within the media, it's very, very important that they do the work before just saying, you know what, I never got the opportunity. Yeah. Okay. Third one?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Am I helping you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I hope so.
You are.
All right.
What skills, soft or technical skills or any other, should I seek to develop or seek experience in?
I think interpersonal skills are very crucial. A lot of people forget that. I think in every job, the way you relate, the way you talk to people, the kind of persona that you put out, professional and personal, is very, very important. I also feel that a lot of people are just not brave enough. you know. So you get into a job, you get into a situation, and you're not able to speak up for yourself, you're not able to defend yourself, which then makes you plateau in your career. You're not able to move forward just because you weren't able to speak up and either defend yourself or say, hey, I have an idea. What I'd like to say is I think a lot more people need to be brave. You need to speak up. You need to be heard. And it's very, very important that, you know, that what you're saying actually makes sense. It's not just about speaking for the sake of speaking or to be heard so that you're just the loudest person in the room. It's about adding value. It's about finding a solution when there is a challenge or a problem, and being able to be identified as that person. So when the boss walks in, they're like, oh, there's Nyambura. Let me go to her with this problem, because you know what? Every time I do, she gives me solutions. She just doesn't sit there and, you know, talk about the problem.
But how do you differentiate between being brave and being aggressive? Or should you be
or
aggressive?
arrogant.
Or arrogant.
Yeah, it's a very thin line, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that language. I think language is so key. The way you speak to people, the way you address people, the way you present yourself and the way you look as well is very, very key. The way you write. Sometimes I get emails from people who want an opportunity for internship, to work, to appear on air. And the first thing I do is I check the spelling, I check the grammar, I check the way they've written and the time that they've taken to write the email. Some people don't even get my name right. There's so many people who've written me emails, Mr. Toby. Yes, I'm not going to give you any time for that, you know what I mean? So I think it's always about the first impression. So what kind of first impression do you want to put out?
Exactly.
Yeah, and then so you actually go and do the exercises that will take you to that point.
I hadn't thought about the emails.
Yes, it's very important how you address the person, do some research on them before you write to them.
Yeah.
You know, even phone calls, you know, even WhatsApping. Is it professional? I'm not sure. But I think there's a way to do it. There's a very formal way to go about some of these things, and a lot of young people just don't. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So language is very key. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So one more?
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo, this is hard, y'all.
So why are you looking for a mentee?
Why am I looking for a mentee?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been doing this for 10 years now. I moved back, I moved back from the US 10 years ago. And when I started out, it was really hard. It took me a while to get my footing. It's very, very hard to find.
Did you have a mentor?
I didn't at the time. My mother, I would say, is one of my mentors. She's amazing in terms of support. But I didn't have a mentor. And I don't even remember looking for a mentor at the time. I was just looking for someone to hear me out, to hear my ideas, and give me an opportunity to showcase.
Yeah.
So I would say that the things that I went through over the last 10 years, I would like to help somebody not go through them, to navigate easier, to make better choices, to not stumble and fall so many times. That's why I'd like to mentor someone, so that for them it's not as hard as it has been for other people in the past, and perhaps then it'll be a lot easier and quicker for them to get to their goal.
Exactly. And you know, I also think it's a really good way to influence future generations and be part of building the next group of journalists.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think you should be a mentor to somebody. You're very good. All right, we have a call on the line.
Okay.
Shall we take this one? Good morning.
Good morning to you. This
Hi.
is Teresa.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
I'm fine.
Excellent. Do you have a question or comment?
A comment plus question. I'm really marveled.
Yay, go ahead. Thank you, Mama. Thank you.
Yeah, you're just such an wound.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I am a teacher by profession.
Okay.
I happen to be admiring my boss.
Yes.
She's very successful. She started as a ECD teacher,
Okay.
and as per now, she has a school.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know how I can start it. How do I tell her that I admire her?
Okay.
I want to be like her, something like that. I want her to be my mentor. How do I start?
All right. I'm going to give you my advice, and then I'm going to let Chris come in on this as well so that he can tell us what he thinks. I think the best way, and it works for me, is to be honest. I think the way to approach anything in this life is from a point of truth, Teresa.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't go to her and tell her, hey, by the way, I want a school. So how do I do it? Obviously, that's not the case. But if in a sense of, you know what, I admire you. I admire where you've come from. I admire how far you've come and where you're going. And you just want to know, how did she do it? What are some of the challenges that she overcame to get where she is? And I'm sure that she'll be very forthcoming with her own story. But I think the best way and the best approach, Teresa, is to be honest. To just step out there and say, hey, can I take 5 minutes of your time? I just want to ask you a question. And sit down with her, take her for coffee, okay? On her own schedule. Pay for the coffee, all right? Yeah, don't let her pay for her own coffee because, you know, you're taking time out. And then actually make sure that you have your questions lined up so that you get very specific answers, okay?
Yeah.
It's not just for fun, all right? You're going there to find out, how did I do this? And then eventually ask her, is it okay if I can walk this journey with you and you can teach me a few things? And be ready to hear a no, okay?
Yeah.
Be ready to hear a no. Chris, I've overtalked. Please speak to her.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very grateful. Thank you. Have a nice day.
No, don't hang up, Teresa.
It's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I think you have brought out a very important point about being brave and having an agenda, like your aim. What do you want from this mentor? So it's not just about just being a fan of the person. It's just you have an agenda you want to achieve.
Yeah.
So it's good to have like a roadmap of what you want to achieve, and then you ask, am I going the right direction? How can I move from this step to the next step?
Okay, I love that. All right, Teresa, there you go. We're going to keep your contacts and we're going to give them to Chris so he can also give you a bit of guidance. But we can't wait to hear you and the news of your new school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. One more question, then we're done. Do you want to ask one more question? Or we're good?
Yeah, let's
One more?
do one
Okay,
more.
cool.
Okay. Do you have any other professionals or services that you would wish to recommend to me to talk to or research on?
Yeah, I'd like you, if you're getting into journalism, I'd like you to talk to the AM Live crew. These guys will tell you amazing stories about live broadcasts, about production, about being creative, about the line of production. For me, I would say that a lot of people, as we talked earlier, think that it's just about being in front of the screen. It is not. Production involves very, very many people, and I would advise anyone who wants to get into journalism to look at every single facet. So go from the field and speak to the reporter and the cameraman on the ground. Go to the edit suite and speak to Halima and find out exactly how she cuts the story. Go to the director, speak to Jackie and find out what it takes to direct a show such as this one, live events and things like that. Speak to JMO, speak to Eva, find out what it takes to do something creative in studio with all the content that you have. I think that's so important before you get to the anchor. So that when the anchor is actually telling you, oh, this is what happens, you already know because you took the time to go through all these other professionals that actually are very necessary to the end product. Yeah.
So did you know you wanted to be an anchor, or did you try and...
I did everything. Yes. I wanted to be an actress, and I ended up not liking the fact that I didn't have a voice. So I went in my postgrad and I did photography and I did film and television production.
Wow.
Yeah, which involved editing. So I edit, I shoot. I basically do everything except graphics.
Okay.
I can direct, I can do all of that. So by the time I'm sitting here, I have a very good idea of what it takes. Yeah, rather than sort of being separate from it, it shows. And people know, the audiences know when the anchor doesn't really have a clue. And so what we try here and endeavor to do here at NTV is to make sure that everybody is very well-rounded on all ends. Yeah.
Okay,
This
great.
was nice, Nyambura.
Yeah,
Pressure us.
it
You're very
was.
good. You're
Thank
very, very
you.
good. Thank you. This was an amazing opportunity. 2 tickets. 2 tickets. Okay, so it's happening this Saturday at Brew Bistro in Westlands on Woodville Grove. What time?
From noon.
From noon.
Until 5.
Oh, wow, 12 to 5, amazing people from the media industry, great journalists, including Victoria Rubadiri, who you can meet there. How much are the tickets, Chris?
1,000.
Only?
Yes, and the ticket involves free CV consultations from outsources HR.
Wow.
Then we also have some food and drinks. within the
Wow.
event. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You're doing great. Okay, fantastic. Nyambura will be there, Chris will be there, everybody's going to be there. Be a part of that. Log on to social media platforms to find out if you are that lucky winner of that ticket. Go and start afresh. Okay? 2017 is going to be great if you start now. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.